out in the 68 Camaro. Figure I better give it a drive. Maybe one last time, because God knows what's going to happen. We're scheduled for a direct hit here. We're up in Hernando County, and it's going to hit right around Tampa. So that's south of us. It's about 40 miles south. So we're expecting anywhere between a Category 2, possibly a Category 3 hit. And so I figured, well, maybe I'll get the Camaro out and enjoy it, because the day's beautiful. Sorry about the video being this way. It's the only way I can put the phone in the car and take video. I have no place to secure it. That thing in first gear there, unsynchronized, so we gotta flip the car throttle pedal a little bit, get her in first gear. We're looking into, putting this car away someplace a little safer, and I'll be checking back in here momentarily once I can find out if I can do that or not. I just checked in with a mini storage place, and they are full. So hopefully it'll survive okay at home in the garage. It's well built, so I think I'll be fine. I was just erring more on the side of caution. I discovered a new place to put the phone, in the ashtray. And it looks like it'll stay put pretty good. I like that kind of a one-hit wonder. Hit the key once, fires up. And that's carbureted. That's a 580 CFM poly 4-barrel, single feed. Off a 60, I think a 66 396 big block. What you're hearing is that chambered exhaust system. Still not buttoned up correctly. I'm waiting for John to get an opening so we can get it down there and he can work his magic, make this thing perfect. It sounds good, and it can sound even better when he's done. Proper tailpipes, proper fitment. I'm going to continue on with a little drive today. With that hurricane coming, I really want to get a run in before shit hits the fan. Got the happy gas. I put 100 octane mixed with 89 non-ethanol in the car. I think that's 100, 110. I think I got the 110 actually. Right now we're just cruising in third gear. It's a low-speed road. Yeah, really no reason to go to fourth gear. It's a beautiful day out, kind of like the calm before the storm. So I got stuff down in the ashtray. That's what you're probably hearing if you're hearing a rattle. We'll go for our downshift. I'll try to get a better vantage point. I got to get some serious camera, like a GoPro or something like that, to make these things, way better video. We're still in the infancy of doing all this stuff. Let's see, maybe we'll light them up. it's day 2 all the way. Very original, but everything is as it should be for the 60s, 70s, and that early 80s, you know, vibe. Hopefully I'll be getting this 8-track in here soon. Really wanted to get that going. I just don't have the time with all the work at the shop. Carburetor on it, a 750, maybe a 780, or probably a 750 dual feed. This engine's definitely under-carbureted, and it'll go a lot better with more fuel, more air. For another set of vintage tires. They are definitely not easy to come by, that are, you know, ones that you're actually able to drive on, considering they're, you know, pushing 50 years plus. Easy thing to find. Alright, I have no idea where I'm at when it comes to this parking spot. Shifter, 1967. From the factory, everything below was all zinc plated. I ended up black activating the rods. I shouldn't have done that. They should have went back to zinc, but we didn't have zinc in the shop, so I couldn't do it. I may end up, that's nice, I'm able to shut this car off without having to engine brake it with that high octane fuel. Otherwise, you know, you have to engine brake it and she'll knock. It'll run okay on 93, but it just, you can't shut it off. You got to have at least, I would say probably about 97 to 101 octane in the car to run it correctly. All right, stand by, we'll get back to this. Now you know you're keeping it real. I topped off the radiator, so that was not a smart thing to do. These things are kind of self-leveling, so once they find their level spot, this doesn't really happen anymore. But with a full radiator, she's gonna puke. And we're back. It's a beautiful day out. This is the Monday before tropical Hurricane Ian hits, and we're supposed to get hit pretty hard. I wanted to get the car out, you know, to enjoy it, because you know, we get wiped out, the garage gets hit, the house gets hit, or something like that. The car gets destroyed or really screwed up. At least I get one more run in before I got to rebuild this thing again. I love driving this car. Back on it. Change it up a little bit with the red lines. That's an original set, 1967. There are 14 7s in the rear, 14 6s up front. We restored them ourselves in the shop. I got them for next to nothing out of a storage unit over in Orlando for like, I don't know, 20 bucks or something. I got an original spare that was, you know, the inflatable spare. You got the charging can with it. About 5 torque thrust wheels. One of them happened to be a Ford, so that was no good to me. And then these. So I was really happy. You know, they look terrible, but boy, did they clean up nice. All right, we're back down into our little hideaway here. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the ride as much as I did. And like I said, I'm going to step it up and get a GoPro or something so I can put it up in that back window so you can actually see out where we're going over this SS hood. Yeah, we know it's not an SS. I'm not trying to pose or do anything like that. Just that day 2 thing. You know, I can't tell you how many guys put a cow induction hood or one of these SS hoods on their Camaro when they got it. That was just a thing. You know, when I was a teenager, I was in love with that ice cube tray hood. That's what I really loved. And I thought about doing that on this car, know they're going to hold up for years with that powder coat. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for another Camaro video. Just got her shut down, and obviously she's leveled out because not puking. Like I said, it finds its happy place and levels out. 327, originals numbers matching, and all the stuff addressing on top of it also original. Not necessarily original to this engine, although many parts are, but there are a lot of, you know, dress up stuff out here, like the Z28 valve covers and air cleaner, the Winters and aluminum intake manifold off a 66 vat. The filler neck for the oil and the cap is actually off this engine, and I've been contemplating using the Z28 filler cap so it would look, you know, a little cooler. This is the original alternator. I did restore that, had that in a million pieces. This is 1967 when you're only master cylinder for disc brakes, no power. That is a funny sound. Oh, it's David outside. I thought it was the car. It's crazy. No, it's David. He's wheeling sandbags to the back of the house for the sliding glass doors, so we, you know, have some protection back there if we get hit with a lot of rain. All right, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, and hopefully you guys had something fun to do before this storm hits, just like we did, going out in the 68 Camaro.